Hello students, we'll see the one more case law under the misrepresentation, that is case law 8 Derry versus Peak. It was held in the 1889. Okay, under this the subject matter of the case law is a false statement made unknowingly or with belief in its truth or carefully, it is considered as misrepresentation, not fraud. Okay, we'll see first. Before starting this case, first we need to know the meaning of misrepresentation and just meaning of fraud. Fraud is the next topic, but under this case we need to know the meaning of fraud. Okay, misrepresentation is nothing but unknowingly, not the intention to deceive the other party, a person is giving a wrong statement or not disclosing any material fact. Okay, not main thing is the unknowingly or innocently or carefully and not intention to deceive the other party, a person is giving a statement, that is the misrepresentation. Fraud is, it is the opposite of the misrepresentation, knowingly or not innocently, without care. Okay, and the by hiding the truth and the intention is deceive the other party. The fraud is nothing but knowingly and uh, without with the intention to create deceives the other party. The intention of the fraud is to deceive the other party. Knowingly a person giving the false statement or doing any non-work, or knowingly a person non-disclosing the any other material fact, means that is the fraud. Okay, under this we'll see whether it is a fraud or misrepresentation. Okay, see, a company's prospectus contained a representation that it had statutory power to run its trams by steam. As per the company's prospectus, company has the right to run the trams is not machines. Okay, run its machines by steam power. Steam power, a company can run, as per the prospectus, a company can run the machines by steam power, provided that the consent of a government authority was obtained, and they stated that the permission was obtained by the government authority to use the steam to run the stamps or machines. The director issued a prospectus stating therein that the company had the right to use steam power. They honestly believed that the permission would be granted by the government authority. It's already stated in the prospectus, the company can use the steam. So the directors of the company think, thinks that they can assume that, okay, company had the right to use the steam power, and it honestly believed that, they honest, not intention to deceive the other party, they honestly, unknowingly or innocently, they believe that permission would be granted by the government authority. They thought that the permission is already got from the government authority to use the steam power, because that particular thing already mentioned in the prospectus. Okay, but unfortunately the permission was refused by the government authority, and consequently the company was wound up. Now the unfortunately permission was refused by the government. They thinks that they will get the permission from the government authority, but the unfortunately the permission is cancelled from the government authority, and unfortunately permission was refused by the government authority, and the company was wound up. They need steam to run the particular machines, but they thought that they will get the government permission, but unfortunately they are not able to get the government permission, so the company was wound up. The directors of the company were only guilt of misrepresentation and not fraud. Under this the other shareholders of the company who invested money, they file a suit against the directors, because it is a fraud. Unknowingly that particular directors are collected the money and they are doing these things. Okay, but its court states that directors of company were guilt of misrepresentation. It's called the misrepresentation, it's not the fraud, since their intention was not to deceive the shareholders, and they believed the statement they gave in the prospectus to be very much true. They gave the statement in the prospectus, right? Directors gave the statements or prospectus, there is a permission to use the steam to run the trams, but they innocently or they give the statement, they by believing that it is true. Okay, they believe that okay, 100% they will get the permission to run the stamps by steam. Okay, so they stated these things in the prospectus. Now the directors of the company suited a case on the shareholders suited a case on the directors that mm, they deceives the shareholders, but the court states that the directors of the company were guilty of misrepresentation. It's only the misrepresentation means the directors innocently or unknowingly disclose the non the this matters in the prospectus, not knowingly or not intention to deceive the other party, and not so it is cannot consider as the fraud. It's only the misrepresentation, since their intention was not to deceive the shareholders, and they believed that statement they gave in the prospectus to be very much true. They true feels they believes that what they gave in the prospectus that is true, but uh, unfortunately they not able to get the permission, so shareholders sued on the directors, but court states that directors are guilt under the misrepresentation only, not under the fraud, because their intention is not to deceive the shareholders. Their intention is good, but unfortunately they do not get the permission innocently unknowing. That is unknowing fact, right? So it is considered as the only misrepresentation, it's not the fraud. Okay, this is about the Derry versus speak. We'll see some other topics. The next topic is fraud under the next class. Okay, thank you.